Hello guys, okay, so this is a part 2 now. We're talking about Melania. Is she nefarious like Ghislaine Maxwell? Ghislaine Maxwell is an elite woman, an elite female that was in the British society, socialite society. She was in the British society, high society of England, and high society of New York City too. And she was very nefarious. You know, a lot of those elite, they have the kinky thing. They have their weird way of looking at the world. And but Melania, I really did not know. But there's a recorded tape on her. I had a first video on it. It was pretty interesting. I did not see that about Melania, but there's another video. I'm going to tell you what I think about her. She's very mysterious. This is what I think. Look at the video. Let me know what you think.
They are taught how to do it. They go over and they say like, oh, we will be killed by gang member. We will be, we will be. It's so dangerous. So they are allowed to stay here. Do you understand?
I do, and they're the ones that are the bad ones.
Yeah, and they are not. It's not true.
I don't know if you agree, guys. That woman is also very evil. It looks like she's trying to lead Melania into a deep hole by saying, "Oh, they are the ones that are evil. The kids are evil, not Trump." You see, I don't know if you guys see that. She's so evil. It's evil on top of evil, guys. You know, it's kind of like, remember the video I had about Alan Dershowitz and Alan Dershowitz versus what's it, Avenatti? It's kind of the same thing. It's like evil after evil. Alright.
They are taught how to do it. They go over and they say like, oh, we will be killed by gang member. We will be, we will be. It's so dangerous. So they are allowed to stay here. Do you understand?
I do, and they're the ones that are the bad ones.
Yeah, the bad ones.
Yeah, and they are not. It's not true that they would. You know what I mean? Some of them they're using that lines that they're not professional, but they're taught by other people what to say to come over and to let them go to stay here.
Ben, reaction.
You would think that an immigrant would have compassion for other immigrants, just like I would think a human would have compassion for other humans. I'm not an immigrant, but when you look at the numbers, right? The numbers that you laid out, the number of people who have been taken from their kids, taken from their parents, the number that have died, not to mention the sexual assault that has been reported. You have empathy and compassion, but seeing Melania completely separate herself from people who have immigrant stories much like her own, it's unbelievable.
It really is. And we have one more video to share with you, so let's quickly go to that.
You understand?
I do. So what prompted you to want to buy that jacket?
I'm driving liberals crazy, that's for sure. And that's what, and they deserve it. You understand?
I know.
And everybody's like, oh my God, this is the worst, this is the worst. F them. I mean, come on.
know, and
they are crazy, okay?
Yeah, they are crazy, says the woman who feels that the Trump administration treated these immigrant kids really, really well. So well that 6 of them have died under the Trump administration. In fact, the report that I mentioned earlier, actually a report by ProPublica, says House Democrats are ramping up pressure on the Trump administration to explain how 6 migrant children died after entering the United States. The 6 who died in government custody between September of 2018 and May of 2019 were the first such deaths in a decade. Melania Trump thinks, oh, no, they're lying about fleeing violence in their own countries because they get treated so much better here in the United States. We give them a comfortable bed to sleep on. I mean, we all saw what those detention centers look like. Children packed in these cages, sleeping on the ground, covered with those foil blankets. It was absolutely hideous and disgusting. There were stories of migrant children who died surrounded in their own vomit. And this woman has the audacity to say that they're liars. These kids are liars. They're being trained to lie to come to this country because we treat them so well. And by the way, I haven't even gotten to the numbers of migrant adults who died under Border Patrol custody during the Trump administration. These are the realities. These are the facts on the ground, and this woman is deluded enough to think that she's somehow a hero, and she's owning the libs by wearing her ugly, overpriced designer clothing that makes no sense at all. Whatever. I mean, I'm glad that she doesn't have any friends. I mean, her friends will secretly record her to put out books and profit off of her nonsense. And that's what she deserves. I'm sure it's driving her crazy.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. I really appreciate it.
So you see, Melania is somebody that really cares about herself. She sees the children dying at the border, the children getting separated. She worries about herself, so she wears a jacket. I don't care to mess with the liberal media. I'm asking myself, if you're a public servant or you're in the White House, why do you care about stuff like that? Why don't you care about what is happening to those kids? I think that's the best way to govern or to be in any public office. It's that, yo, don't worry about the media. Worry about what the job at hand. And I think that's the problem. Like many people, they worry about the media, what the media says about them. And I kind of feel it's always better to just do your job and have compassion on those kids. Don't worry about yourself and your media and your reputation and what the liberal media say about you, because at the end of the day, you're going to win. If you keep following that policy, you will win. And that's what we try to show. Now let's contrast that with Ghislaine Maxwell. I kind of feel that there are many elite women that are like that, like, because they're all chasing the money. I actually believe that Ghislaine Maxwell and Melania, they both were chasing the money. Jeffrey Epstein was the guy that had the money for Ghislaine Maxwell. Melania was Trump had the money for Melania. So whatever those men want, they're gonna do it, and they're gonna try to satisfy it in a better way. But of course, the person needs some evil inside of them. But I actually believe, I have this real belief, guys, and I know that maybe some people don't agree with me. If Jeffrey Epstein was not a pedophile, he was a totally straight guy, I have this weird belief, guys. This might sound very weird, that could have influenced Ghislaine Maxwell not to go into this child sex trafficking. And I also believe that if Donald Trump was a good person, not an evil person that don't care about immigrants, Melania would have been influenced by it. That's the way I look at it. But I'm not saying, I'm not living, but I still think Ghislaine Maxwell is more of an evil bitch, because it seems like Ghislaine Maxwell had more hands in influencing Jeffrey Epstein. But I think Melania, she's just going with the flow. She said that in the video that she doesn't like Fox News. Which Republican doesn't like Fox News? So she's not a hardcore Republican. She's just a trophy wife. A trophy wife stays home and try to do things for the husband to make him look like he's winning. The trophy wife is there to show that the husband is winning, and the husband has won the trophy, and the husband is keep winning trophies, and that's what she's doing. And I think she's like a surrogate for Trump. Like when she said that about those kids, it's like I kind of feel her head is split. Like I think like she see, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. There's something nefarious about it. There's something very selfish about Melania. There's no doubt about that. But I'm not sure if Melania is a racist. Guys, I put it out there in the air. You guys let me know. If you think she's a racist, okay, that's fine. Now, and maybe I can hear you. But I think she's selfish. She doesn't give a damn about nobody. Is she a hardcore racist? It's hard to know, because this is why I have so many split view about Melania. Remember the days that Donald Trump extended, many times Donald Trump extended his hand toward Melania and Melania pushed it down? Why do you do that? You see, there are mixed views about Melania. It's not the same things as Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, they love each other to death. But Melania and Trump, there's a little bit of friction. And Melania doesn't like Ivanka. You see, and guys, I want to see when Donald Trump leave the office, will Melania still be married? Will Melania still be married to Donald Trump? I think there could be a divorce. But now we also heard that Donald Trump is broke, so Melania might not get any money, so maybe it's better for her to stay. But those things are interesting, guys. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Thank you. Subscribe